What's going on, ladies and gents? How are you people doing here? Welcome back to another FIFA 22 tactics and formations video, and today we're going to be covering Chelsea. So as you can see, I'm playing Timo Werner up front with Lukaku just because having Timo Werner on Chelsea is absolutely beneficial, and I highly recommend using him. And what makes Timo Werner very fun to use for this Chelsea squad is that he is still very OP to use as a striker. His finishing is really good, and his pace just speaks for itself. And as for Cam here, I decided to go with Hakim Ziyech just because he's got 87 passing here, and I personally prefer to use Ziyech over Havertz. And then for the rest of the team, I have Lukaku alongside Werner, Jorginho, Kante, Mount, Silva, Rudiger, James, Azpilicueta, and Mendy. Now, as for formations, I decided to go with 4-1-2-1-2. And as for defensive style, I have it on pressure on heavy touch. For build-up play, I have it on long ball, chance creation, forward run, since I have Timo Werner on my team. And as for player instructions for Timo Werner for support runs, I have him on drift to wide, attacking runs getting behind, interceptions normal, and defensive support default. As for Lukaku, I have him on stay central, target man, and normal, interceptions, and basic defensive support. As for Hakim Ziyech here, for defensive support, I have it on basic, support on crosses default. I pretty much have everything on default except for aggressive interceptions for Ziyech. For Mason Mount, I have him also on default for attacking support, support on crosses, interceptions aggressive, the rest default. Jorginho, on the other hand, I have him on attacking support, drop between defenders, support on crosses default, interceptions aggressive, and the rest default as well. As for Kante, for defensive behavior, I have him on man mark, attacking support, drop between defenders, interceptions aggressive, and the rest cover wing default and stick to position default. As for Rudiger and Silva, I have them both on stay back while attacking, aggressive interceptions, and stick to position. Azpilicueta for attacking runs default, interceptions aggressive, interceptions run type mixed attack default, and stick to position default. And as for Reece James here, I have him on attacking runs default, interceptions aggressive, mixed attack default, and stick to position default. And one thing that I noticed about FIFA 22 this year is that instead of, for example, whenever your opponent is hitting you on the counter, instead of switching to your defender, what you want to do is just stay with your midfielder, for example, and, let the AI do its thing. Because the AI in FIFA 22 is specifically designed for your defender, for example, to make a play, because then your defender will know basically what your opponent's trying to do and all that stuff, and it's just going to do everything for you and with the ball back for you. So I stopped doing this where I try to switch to my defender whenever I'm being hit on a counter, and I've noticed it's made a big difference whenever I just let the AI do everything for itself while, for example, I'm on a midfielder or I'm switching to a striker. So right here, as you can see, my opponent has the ball here, but instead of switching to my defender, I just stick with one player, and then I'm just letting the AI do its thing. And as you can see right there, they were able to block my opponent from trying to score, and it basically just works like that. And right here, Kante recovers the ball, and this gives me an excellent counterattack opportunity here against Arsenal. So I have Hakim Ziyech on the ball here. I'm trying to scan the field. I'm able to find Timo Werner open, and I'm scanning the field again. I find Azpilicueta wide open, back to Timo Werner, and then what I'm doing right now is trying to find the right hand for my opponent to make a run in the box and find an open gap. I don't know how I was not able to put this away, but this was an excellent opportunity here by Chelsea, but my shot got blocked at the last second for some reason. And as you can see right here, they're hitting me on the counter, but it automatically switches to my defender. And what I'm now doing here is just try to control that defender to not give him any space. And once again, another wonderful block to prevent my opponent from gaining any space inside the box. And the beauty of this formation is that it gives you a lot of counter-attacking opportunities. So once again, Conte's leading the counter-attack for Chelsea. I pass the ball to Mason Mount, do a nice through ball to Timo Werner here, scanning the field quickly, trying to make a quick decision. Lukaku lays off to Jorginho right here. I cut back inside, but unfortunately, the keeper saves my shot. And this is the part here where I show you why using this formation is worth it here. So as you can see here, I'm on a fast break counter-attack here. I'm trying to make some quick decisions so that I can quickly throw off my opponent, and luckily I didn't get tackled right there. I laid off to Lukaku, whose shot gets saved, but Mason Mount rebounds that into the net. And this is the part here where I score at Chelsea again. So I laid a ball off to Kante here, lay it off back to Jorginho here, go backwards, do a throw ball to James because he made a run, like how I instructed him to by pressing L1 on my Xbox, and then I laid off to Lukaku, but I can't make any direct runs because that box is being covered. So I'm with Jorginho, laid off to Mason Mount here, scanning the field again, doing a quick pass, find Lukaku open here, and I'm able to bury this chance away, make it 2-0. So ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it here with my FIFA 22 Chelsea best tactics squad and formation to you. So I hope you find this video very useful. If you enjoyed this, make sure to drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe to my channel for more videos, and I'll catch you people in another video. Peace.